Hello everyone, and welcome to Curated Classical, the channel for discovering the diversity and power of music. And today, we're not talking about music. This is a video about what I am currently reading at the moment, because I've been getting back into reading lately. So I thought I'd make at least one video a week, take a little break from music talk, get into a little book talk. So what I'm reading right now is the Redwall series. Now, when I was in middle school, say like back in 2003, 2004, I saw these books in my school library constantly, and they always looked really intriguing to me. You know, they had cool artwork, mice knights and warriors and things like that. The kind of thing that would appeal to a young middle-aged boy like me. But I was kind of bad at reading. Well, I wasn't bad at reading, but I didn't have the concentration for reading when I was young. I probably read about 10 to 15 books when I was a kid, but I wasn't a huge reader. So now I'm going back. They always looked intriguing. I'm going back and reading them. And so this is the first book. I finished it already. And I liked it a lot. Despite it being a kid's book, it's very enjoyable to someone as old as I am. This book is about a community of woodland critters headed by mice. They live in this abbey, this community called Redwall. And Redwall Abbey, to be specific. And they sort of promote peace and well-being throughout the whole forest. They bring in woodland critters that are sick, they let them stay there, blah, blah, blah. And a foreign rat comes in and wants to take over Redwall. And so the book is mainly about a battle between the good woodland critters versus the bad woodland critters, I guess. It's like mice, badgers, hedgehogs, rabbits versus rats, stoats, weasels, those kind of things. Anyway, and all the while, Matthias, the main character, is going on his own hero's journey because he's sort of the chosen one. It's a bit of a chosen one's trope. And what I really liked about this book is the author, Brian Jacques. He does a really good job of making you care about the good guys in this story. Have you ever read a story or seen a movie where the people you're supposed to root for, there's a lot of times where I'm like, I don't really care about these people. Let the bad guys win. I don't care. Maybe the bad guys are right on this one. Not so with this. Maybe some people would find it annoying, would find the main characters in this a little too goody two-shoes. But I think Brian Jacques creates a great picture of a community that has so much brotherhood, so much love for each other, so much love for the other woodland creatures. It's a fantastic community with fantastic creatures. And so when the bad guy, Clooney the Scourge, comes in and threatens that peace and threatens that community, you're really invested in their struggle. You really want this community to survive. At least that's how I felt. The other thing that Brian Jacques does a great job of is environmental depictions. He does a great job at making you feel emotion just by describing the environment, the lakes, the forest, the trees, all the fruit and stuff. The descriptions just make you feel warm and fuzzy inside, and that's another reason you really don't want the good guys to fail, because the bad guys are going to destroy that. If I had one criticism for this book, I think it relies a little too much. It's a kid's book, so I can forgive this, but it relies a little too much on the trope of the bad guys being stupid. There's a lot of times where the bad guys fail, not because the good guys did something smart or awesome, but because the bad guys are just too stupid to enact their own plans. They're too greedy and power hungry for their own good, kind of thing. And that it's humorous sometimes, but it sort of takes you out of it too, because it makes it feel like the bad guys aren't really that much of a threat. That would be my one kind of criticism, the one thing I didn't really like about the book. But overall, it was a really enjoyable read. So now I'm on this book, Mattimeo. I don't know how to pronounce it. But this is actually the third book in the series. I don't know if you can see that 3 on the... Yeah, it's right there. It's the third book in the series. Now, the reason I didn't go on to the second book in the series is because the second book is actually a prequel to this. And the third book is a direct sequel to the first one. So I thought I should move on to the direct sequel first, see what happens next. So this book is actually about the son of the main character in the first book. And I gotta say, so far, I'm really enjoying it. I'm enjoying it even a little more than the first book. It's got a much darker tone. There's themes of slavery. There's themes of weird religious cults, kind of, or something. I haven't gotten to the end, so I don't know exactly what's going on with the bad guys in this one, but they have some sort of weird underground religious cult thing going on. So a lot darker of a tone than the first one. And I enjoyed that. It's also much more expansive than the first one. The first book takes place in basically the same area throughout the whole book. This one goes far beyond that area and sort of expands the world building out to other districts or whatever you want to call them, other lands, far off lands that the heroes have to travel to. So I really enjoy how this one is expanding the universe more. A couple of things I don't like as much maybe is that the son of the main character, Mattimeo, that's the book title name. So you'd think it'd be about Mattimeo and his journey and his coming of age. And I still have not finished it, so maybe it will be. But so far, he's not in it as much as I would have expected him to be, given that the title is based on his story. He's sort of still, second fiddle a little bit to Matthias, his father. And that's a little bit disappointing. But I don't know how it ends, so maybe he'll come into his own at the end. There's also a B plot in this book that is, to me, quite a bit less exciting than the A plot. Whenever it switches over to the B plot, I wanted to get back to the A plot. So that's a little thing I don't like. The B plot is still okay, but not nearly as thrilling as the A plot. The writing structure in this is quite a bit different too. Is in the first Redwall, the chapters kind of alternate. They have a good guy chapter and then a bad guy chapter, good guy chapter, bad guy chapter. They sort of alternate back and forth between the different moving parts, the different storylines. They alternate. And this one is a bit different in that they have one chapter that fits all the different stories together. You have a little bit of this story, a little bit of the A plot, a little bit of the B plot, a little bit of C plot in each chapter instead of alternating per chapter. And I don't know which one I like more. I sort of enjoyed the first one a little more in that the chapters felt more complete. You got like a rounded vision of each side in each chapter. This one is more cliffhanger-y, like you get a little bit of each plot in every chapter, and it sort of leaves you hanging. Each one is not really complete. So it does give you a more, each chapter gives you a better idea of what's going on for all parties, but at the same time, each chapter feels a little bit less completed and rounded than the first book. But overall, I'm really enjoying this. I'm enjoying this probably more than the first book, and I'll probably continue to read this series. There's 22 books in the Redwall series, so I'll continue to read those. I have some other books that I have planned on reading, and I'll continue on with those as well. So have you read the Redwall series? And if so, what did you think? Did you like it? Did you not like it? Please leave your comments down below. And remember to subscribe, smash that like button, and look forward to the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.